Halo 5 Guardians review. Boom! So, coming as a Halo player, I loved Master Chief Collection. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was effed. It did not work very good for, I don't know. It came out November 11th, right? The anniversary. So, it did not work for December. I think in January. And I think in February it was like working more consistently. Before that, it was just, you could find games, but you could also sit for a good hour or two and not find a game at all, or play single player and it just like powering down, like we're done, we're going to the home screen. That was the first part of it, though. I truly, so good. Just Halo 1, played with my girlfriend Nicole. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, it was like whatever, you know. But being able to play them in succession on one Xbox from like menu screen, essentially click away from playing all of these, and my girlfriend had never experienced them, so to bring in a non-Halo player into the Master Chief Collection, and she had played Reach, so she had the story of Reach, and it was just cool to be like, Reach was before everything, and then beyond that, it was just like, you share this incredible world, you share like your childhood for a lot of people, not even childhood, I guess it was my teen years. But it's childhood for other people too. I don't know. It's cool. But you share this with this person, and it was just super special. And so it's like, inevitably, I get their restraints. There's probably a lot of corporate bullshit where like, you need to get this out on November 11th, and if you don't, I'm going to destroy you. So, get it out, and it doesn't work at all. And at least in the regards to Halo 5, there are some things that people are angry about that are missing, but that seem to be coming in December and stuff. And it's like, I'm kind of glad they did that. If it didn't work, don't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? It was I'm glad it seems like we're getting out of that phase in gaming where we were buying games for $60 and we're getting nothing out of it. Like, literally putting this... Assassin's Creed was another great example of that. Like, it's just a broken game, like a damaged game. That's like, this should not be released right now, you know? And so, boom. First thing, Master Chief Collection. Really loved it, especially at the end when it was really working. And then Halo 4... and I can say that about Master Chief too. When it was really busted, it made me stop playing Halo. Like, avid Halo fan, I'd play other games and do all that, but I'd always come back to Halo. And at one point, Master Chief Collection did this, but Halo 4 shut me off completely, which I just stopped being a Halo player. I was just like, I'm done with this. So that's how I feel. And like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of reasons. The single player was okay. I think that was the more enjoyable part of the entire thing. That one dude, though, the Didac or whatever his name is, he was kind of silly looking. He had like predator hair in the back, but he was kind of goofy looking. His armor was badass. Definitely badass, and his little sphere that traveled around. That's a cool idea. I like all that. But gameplay, pretty dry, pretty flat. The Prometheans were like, yeah, whatever, in Halo 4 and all that nonsense. And I would kind of like grind through it. It felt like I was like, I'm playing this because I spent $60, because I trusted you guys and thought this was going to be amazing. And I'm going to finish the story at the very least. And the multiplayer... multiplayer. I'm truly play Halo for the multiplayer. I love the single player, but it's like what keeps me coming is freaking the multiplayer and dominating little kids and stuff. MLG, anything like snipers, any of that, anything you want. Big team battle, Slayer, objective. Really like objective. Objective is tight. But got completely turned off, like the absence of power weapon control, where it was like it felt like Call of Duty. You're running around, you get these kill streaks, and then you can like call stuff in to make you better. And it's like, I'm okay with that in Black Ops or in Modern Warfare or whatever. But when Halo is Halo, and there's a definition probably not out there, but I'm going to do it right now. And that definition is you need to have power weapons. This power weapon control is like a chess game that is laid out amongst the two teams, and it's like you have two snipers, rockets in the middle, and like an overshield or something. And I'm thinking of the pit. So you have these, and it becomes mini battles, and it dictates the course of the game. and whether it's objective or Slayer or whatever. And that was absent within Halo 4. Huge amount of it. And maybe later it wasn't. They kind of corrected and made like classics. But it's like Halo shouldn't be classic Halo in the sense of power weapons. Power weapons are one of the defining things of Halo. Just like it's like the trifecta. The grenades, melee, and shoot combo plus jumping, and that's like the bumper jumper style. So maybe the quad combo or the trifecta. That these things are huge. And to abandon that alienated me as a Halo player very much. And it's like, again, this is only my opinion, obviously. But it really alienated me. Whereas I was kind of alienated from Halo Reach, but did like it and played a shitload. I became like a forerunner, an inheritor. It was like the second from the top. So it's like I played a lot of Reach and really loved it. The story was amazing. And that brings me to a second point or negative point, I guess, of Halo 4 is in Halo Reach, your armor was badass. And at the end of it, you felt like a champion. You felt like you could be individualized and unique comparative to the rest of your team or all the crew you hung out with or the people you're playing with in the single player, all the NPCs and stuff. It felt awesome, and that was a great idea by Halo Reach, is being able to change that uniqueness where you could change your character. That was badass, and it would appear that way in the single player. Super amazing. But when you go to Halo 4, it's like the armor felt weird. It felt like toyish or some shit, like something weird, and it was, I don't know, it turned me off. It was like, what is this? And it seemed like everyone had the same helmet forever, and it's like, not about that at all. So it was like those two things, power weapons, and then back to like gameplay off of armor. The splash damage was huge. It felt like the rockets, the grenades, any type of explosive device had very big splash damage, and so it increased the chances of you dying, decreased the chances of survivability, which it's like it feels like Battlefield or Call of Duty, and it's like I'm not dogging on those. I like their gameplay, but it's like it fits within their gameplay style. Whereas if you're looking at Halo, ability to survive gives you the chance to do amazing things, and that's where MLG type gameplay starts happening, or people that are montages and doing freakish things. That's coming from the depth of gameplay and the depth of your life, that it takes a while for you to die, so it gives you a chance to survive, and it also gives you a chance, if you're BA, to crush it and do something freak. And on like ESPN Top 10, for a while there was Halo ESPN Top 10, and it didn't fly well, and I think it was kind of ahead of its time, and that's why it didn't necessarily succeed. But it does that, and I think they abandoned that to a certain degree in Halo 4. And then the other thing, and I haven't tested it, so this is completely my opinion and completely biased in every direction, but I think the shields recharge slower, and it's an easy test, and I could be completely proven wrong, and if I am, whatever, okay. But I think the shields recharge slower, and even if I'm wrong, this point will stand in the sense of, if this was the case, which maybe it's not, but if it is the case, if you have a shield that takes longer to recharge, it either A, causes you to hide longer, or B, it allows you to get killed because you can't get your shield recharged. So it's slowing down gameplay either direction. It is either slowing down gameplay that you're hiding and sitting on your ass for longer, or B, you are running away and you get shot, and there's really no point of shield at that point, because it's like, once my shield's gone, I'm dead anyway. Then you die, and you have to then wait. That it's either way. It's like it's making you wait. It's making you wait as a gamer, and those things turned me off so hard. I digged on Halo 4, the ability to like, boom, launch the freaking ball and stuff. That was tight. The bomb, all that. I don't know if you could do in the bomb games. I didn't play it enough. I got turned off too early. Mantis was tight. That was cool. But long story short, that was kind of it. And So, yeah, the antagonist was weird. Weirdish. It felt weird, kind of. It was like, where is this antagonizing force coming from? And so those were the things. At least as like a Halo fan, this is where I'm coming from. Is I loved Halo 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, Uber style. Like, truly, truly love these things. And then Halo Reach was cool. I loved it. But 4 and Master Chief Collection were pretty rough, pretty gnarly, and oh yeah, and ODST. It was a shitty game, but it wouldn't have been it was a shitty game for $60. Let's put it that way. It was not a bad game for $20. It was probably worth it for $20. It was, in a large sense, it was like DLC, and it's like, well, and again, I think that was not Bungie's fault. I think that was a mechanism of Microsoft in telling them you need to get something out at this date, and I don't give a damn what it is, and kind of alienate the fan base because of it. And that's where it's like, I'm not trying to pick on 343. Bungie did a lot of weak sauce things too. I don't know. The Halo 2 release was ridiculous. I remember first night, I was 18 years old, I think. I think I was 18. 18 years old, Halo 2. I remember being able to arm the bomb on Headlong, arm the bomb on the 3rd level, and the bomb plant site was on the 2nd level, the 2 level. So there was like a vertical column that you could arm the bomb site in, and they fixed it. So it's like, Bungie did it too, and Bungie probably was, in a large sense, forced by Microsoft too. Like, you need to get it out on this date, and we're giving you only this much money, and you can only hire this many people, so F you, get it out, or we will sue you because you broke contract. Suck on that. Bill Gates is God. Blah, 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 blah. All that nonsense. So, like, that's how, like, as a Halo fan, boom, that's where I was at. Love Halo. Love Halo with everything I have. But you people have tested me. You have tested Alexander Roberts and the rest of the Halo community with this whole Halo 4, I feel. And again, only my opinion. Halo 4 and Master Chief Collection, initially, nostalgic value, amazing. Inevitably, when it worked, whew, good times. But with that said, I think the whole 100 map thing was a lie. Because I played, I think, like 25 maps total. There are a lot of maps that, when you look through the list, and I played Master Chief Collection for essentially a year, like 15 days, less than a year, that I don't think I played 75% of the maps that were in the 100 maps that you could play. And at least as a Halo person, that's where I stood going into Halo 5.